Yeah. Oh, man. Woo. Whoa. Sometimes I wish you guys could see just what it takes to get to one of these spots, because it is exhausting. Well, that fish weighs 100 pounds. All right, I'm not gonna talk about how I feel anymore. I'm gonna get a bait out. That was a 100-pound fish right in front of me. All right, that's the bait. All right, that bait's out. Sitting right there real pretty. That fish came up right about there. That was a good 100-pound plus fish. Cool thing about alligator gar when they surface, even if you can't see them, the sound that they make moving through the water, when you do this long enough, you can recognize approximately how big they're going to be based on the sound they make when they come up. Doesn't mean that's the one that we're going to get if we get one. You know, a smaller fish could always beat it to the bait, but somewhere within about 30 feet of us is a fish weighing well over 100 pounds. Okay, that kind of took off without warning. I didn't really get my traditional running camera shot on the spool, but priority right now is just to catch this. This is moving off like a better fish than some of the bites I've had recently. They always do this. They tend to run downstream from here. You can see I'm gonna have to cut over here real quick. I want to keep the line out of that tangle right there. I want to fight him from here if I can, but I'm gonna set the hook from over here, keep the line out of those weeds. If you guys see that big clump of green trees right there, below that in the water, there's a tree that runs parallel to the bank. Under the water, that is. And they love that zone. He is really cutting to the left here. Yeah, oh man. I would say that's a good fish. Woo. Yeah, I would say we're hooked into something good. Okay, let's not get carried away with ourselves here. That was a decent run right there. Oh man. Yeah, he's shaking his head real hard. Oh man. I don't know what well, I do know what we're hooked into. This is absolutely an alligator gar. But I'll be interested to know how big he is. The interesting thing about this zone that we're fishing in is that it's very shallow on our end. Very shallow. The drop off is over there, and there's a shallow end over here. And a lot of the times the fish will hit real hard and fight real desperately when they get onto this side, which is where I think he was when we set the hook. Yeah, that's why I think we have that big reaction. It's because he can feel he's not in much water. Fish feel threatened when their belly gets near the bank. I think if we'd hooked that fish in deeper water, he may not have reacted that way. Really want to get this line off that branch. I need him to skirt to the right, which I do think he'll do once we get him closer. Once we get him closer, he feels the bank touch his belly, he'll go out to, yep, there he goes. Perfectly done. Once they get in close and they feel that bank touch their belly, they panic and they go to deep water. And he cuts out and he gets away from that. Jesus. Oh. Okay, we're on a snag of some kind. Oh, don't do this to me, please. He's very, very big. I think he's around something though. We might lose this fish. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna try to let this fish get out of that snag. He's definitely found a snag. Come on. I think he's out. Yes, 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 he's still on. And I think he's out of the snag. Never force a fish. Never force a fish out of a snag. Let them find their own way out. You give them just enough line to think they can make a move. And when they make that move, they run out of the snag. This is a big fish, man. It's been a while since I've been on a gar. Been focusing on other stuff, so feeling that power is nice. He's getting closer to the surface, which will be good for us. Get him away from that. Get him away from those snags. Come on, get my feet out of the mud here. You gotta be kidding me. My feet are stuck. There we go. A real key to doing this is being able to fight fish with your... Oh, no, 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 you don't. No, you don't. Oh, come on. Jeez, he's big. He's pulling a hell of a lot of drag. I don't know. As long as I can control him in this zone here. He's getting close, man. We're gonna see him in a second. Stay out of that snag, please. He's real close. He's right below us, man. There he is. Okay, we're on the mono. Yep, damn good fish. Look at that. Look at that. That's the fish we saw. That's the fish we saw. Whoa. Yeah, good 100-pounder easily. Look at that. All right. Oof, jeez. Just hold it here for a second. For just a second. That circle hook looks to be in a pretty good spot. Not too deep. It's like right behind the corner of his mouth, which is where I want it. What I don't want, and what he is doing, either intentionally or unintentionally, because they're smarter than people think they are, is beaching himself. When they do that, you're no longer fighting the fish's power, you're fighting the fish's weight. And your tackle is meant to fight fish's power. It's not meant to fight their weight. That's how they'll beat you. When a fish can change the battle from you versus the power to you versus the weight, they will beat you. All right, oh man, that mud is deep. Oh, it would be nice if we can catch this fish, get out of here, go home. All right, come here, buddy. The danger of doing this is that your feet are stuck and you can't pivot and change direction when you need to in a hurry. Oh man, I'm sinking. So should this fish run and I need to pivot tactically to outmaneuver him, okay, come here, get that fin behind the rope. We got him. We got him, son of a bitch. Let me make sure that other fin is behind the rope too. But this is a caught fish. It's really hard to maneuver a fish that easily weighs more than you do. This fish is massive. All right, Dagestani handcuff. Or the reverse Dagestani handcuff, I should say. I'm going under the fish, not over. Look at that. Look at the size of that. Massive, massive fish, yeah. Look at that. All right, enough of this sideshow. Holy crap. All right, come here, buddy. Come on, oh God. Look at that. Look at that. Massive. Absolutely ridiculous size to this. I'm gonna hold him here for a second. It's tempting to want to do like a big shove, but a couple of things I need to do. Christ. want to revive him a little bit. At the very least, I want to give him a moment to recover. Oh, Christ. Come here, buddy. They do this sometimes. They take a long time when their belly's on the mud. Doesn't quite realize that he's free to go yet. Look at that. There he goes. There he goes. Goodbye. Beautiful. All right, now I'm stuck. My meniscus keeps getting caught between my femur and tibia, I believe. Oh, it hurts so bad when that happens. I'm trying to get out of here. I just can't put pressure on my knee because it's further tearing the meniscus in my knee. I'm gonna have to start wearing a knee brace every time I do this. All right, I'm gonna have to belly crawl out of here. Okay, the quicksand method. Quicksand method. Just gonna lay on my belly, spread myself out. It's not really quicksand, but it's working the same way. Hell, I don't know, maybe this is quicksand. Out the same way. Out the same way we came in. Oh my God. I'm so glad I'm still in that Jeep. Ah, my knee. My left knee is so jacked up. All right. Now, once you imagine all that chaos with second rod getting tangled in that mess. Every time I put pressure on it, I can feel it getting caught up between the bones that it's supposed to cushion. It's getting torn. I hope there wasn't too much mud on the camera lens. Oh, man. Let me show you what we were using to catch that fish if you want some. We're using these Terraform Tackle alligator gar leaders. Modified circle hook, as you can see peeking through the bag there. Designed by yours truly. I work with Terraform Tackle on these alligator gar rigs, so you can use a modified circle hook with a braided leader to catch and release alligator gar without deep hooking them in the throat. You get that hook right at the corner of the mouth, just behind it, or in the expansion joint of their head. You can get that hook out, send them on their way. Really, really great stuff. I think much safer than digging around in the throat for a single hook, and definitely trouble. Don't even mess with that nonsense. But yeah, Terraform Tackle, I'll put the link in the description of this video and a pinned comment if you guys want to get some of their gear. And they do loads of shark stuff and carp stuff too. Whew, man, I'm exhausted. Look at this. Price of admission for a fish like that. Anyway, if you guys want me to give you a land-based fishing charter so you can catch an alligator gar like that, again, the link is in the description. It's my Patreon page. There's an option on my Patreon that you can buy a fishing charter from me to catch monsters like that from the shore. Catch and release for giant alligator gar, catfish, things like that. You'll see the options there when you click on the link. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head up on out of here. That fish is free, and I'm exhausted. Like, subscribe, all this stuff.